Most people think making your first million requires a massive salary, a lucky investment, or some genius business idea. But here's the strange part. There are people earning six figures who are still financially stressed, while others with completely average incomes quietly become wealthy over time. So what's the difference? It usually comes down to one thing: behavior. Imagine two people in their mid-20s. Both get a raise at work. The first person celebrates by upgrading everything: a newer phone, a better car, more online shopping, expensive dinners every weekend. The second person also enjoys life, but instead of upgrading their lifestyle, they start buying assets. They invest money every month. They learn valuable skills. They build small side incomes. They think long-term. 10 years later, their salaries may look similar, but one person owns freedom. The other owns monthly payments. And that's the biggest misunderstanding about money. Most people think wealth is about how much you earn, but wealth is really about how much you keep and what you do with it. Because every dollar has two choices. It can buy a temporary lifestyle or a future asset. And the scary part is that modern life constantly pushes people toward the first option.
Social media makes everyone feel behind. You see luxury cars, expensive vacations, designer clothes, and suddenly normal life feels small. So people spend money to feel successful instead of becoming successful. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. Humans quickly get used to upgrades. The new car feels exciting for a month. The expensive apartment becomes normal. Then the brain wants another upgrade. And this creates a cycle where income rises, but financial stress never disappears. That's why many people never build real wealth. They increase spending faster than they increase ownership. Now, here's where things get interesting. Most millionaires don't become rich overnight. They become rich slowly. One investment at a time, one smart decision at a time, 1 year at a time. Because wealth is powered by compounding. At first, progress feels invisible, like planting a tree and waiting months just to see tiny growth. But over time, those small actions begin accelerating. Money starts making money. And eventually, the gap between people becomes massive. Not because one person was smarter, but because one person stayed consistent longer. That's the secret most people miss. Making your first million is usually not about chasing fast money. It's about avoiding financial traps long enough for time to work in your favor. So instead of asking, how can I look rich? Start asking, how can I build something that keeps growing, even when I'm not working? Because real wealth isn't about showing success. It's about owning your future.